Hi everybody, today I will be showing you all how to do a body cast out of packing tape. There's lots of ways to do body casts, a lot of them are kind of complicated. This is probably going to be the fastest, the easiest, and a really good starting point if you want to get into doing more 3D work, more sculpture work that's based on the body. Okay, so for your tape body cast, this is what you will need. Because we're only doing a torso, we don't need as much tape as normal. For whole body, we'll probably be using about 4 or 5 of these. Today we're just going to use one. Scotch Brand is a really good one. You never want to skimp out or cheap out on the quality of this. Basically, the reason is, I found out the hard way, when you use the cheap version, it rips, it tears, you can't get the cast to go. It's just frustrating. Next one is Reynolds wrap. This is where you're going to wrap yourself in first. Any saran wrap will work. 1 to 2 rolls for your whole body, maybe more for this purpose, just 1. And then a good pair of scissors. Never ever use an X-Acto knife for this. Never. This is my model. This is my little torture guinea pig for the duration of this body cast video. This is my little sister, Marie. So the first thing that you're going to need, and the first thing that you're going to use, is saran wrap. The first thing that you want to do when you're making a body cast is saran wrap the body part that you want to be casting. So in this case, it's her torso. You're going to be doing about 3 layers of this, and the reason that she's in her sports bra is because extra clothes equal extra bulk. If you want accuracy, you gotta strip down. Try to get a chair that doesn't have any sides to it. You're going to be really frustrating trying to tape around the arms of the chair and around the person's body. And you're just going to keep on rolling. Just going to keep on doing this for about 3 layers. You don't really need much more than that. This is basically just so that when you're taping, the tape doesn't stick to the skin and pull all your hairs off when you try to cut it off. Wouldn't be that much fun.
My hands are smushed. When you inhale, it feels weird because it's like an extra skin.
Yeah, I felt really weird when I was doing it too. Second thing you're gonna need, tape. A lot of it. So basically the only thing you really need to know about the taping part is to tape. Do 3 to 4 layers, as much tape as you possibly can. The only things you need to really consider while you're doing this are, don't restrict your model's breathing too much, we need them alive. Also, if you do it too tight, you're going to have a really, really hard time getting the scissors underneath. So do it tight, but not like cutting off your circulation.
That's preferable.
Yeah. Generally.
Yeah.
You would be down with that?
Yeah.
So in this case, you want to start up top here. Because you have armholes to contend with, you kind of want to do the most difficult part first. It's going to be kind of like a Y formation. An important thing to remember when you're casting is remember the position of the body that you want, of the cast that you want to get. So whatever position your model's in is the position that your end product is going to be in. The only other thing is if you're doing a tape body cast for the translucency, like the way I did it, and then you put lights inside of it or put anything else inside of it, like flowers or whatever your idea is, keep in mind that the more layers of tape that you do, the less translucent it's going to be. But don't do any less than 4. You're going to compromise the structural integrity, meaning that it's going to collapse. getting to the end of your layers, you want to make sure that you go over everything. Make sure you don't miss anything, any sticky spots, any spots that are still exposed or thinner than the other ones. And also anything like any edges of the tape that are flipped up and stuff, just go over and smooth them out with more tape. So when you're done, the product should look about like this. Look at all that tape. This is about 4 to 5 layers. And there should be, like, everything should feel really even. Yeah. Feels kind of funny, huh?
It's really solid.
Yeah, it's like an armor.
Yeah.
Okay, so the third and final step that you need to do on the model involves these. We're going to cut the body cast off. Where you cut depends on what you want to do with the cast. If you are going to use it as a cast to make another cast, like a solid cast, which isn't included in this video, but it's possible, then you probably want to cut it along the edges, so down the sides, so that you have 2 equal halves so you can fill it with. If not, cut it to your discretion, but remember that wherever you cut is kind of like a fault line. It's always going to be the weaker point of your cast, so even when you're going to be taping it up and taping it together, just remember that. If you don't want it to collapse in a certain place, don't cut it there. So for this one, we're going to cut it down her back. You also want to make sure that you can get 2 fingers in here so you don't get skin while you're cutting this. This is why I said don't use an X-Acto knife. It could be like a side of blood with your body cast. You okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Not even. Yeah. Oh, it's almost off. Like a butterfly.
Yes!
So once you have cut the body cast off of the person's body, you're going to be left with this shell. And
If you did
all
this
the
right,
wrap
it
that
should
you
be
had
able to
in
stand
there
up on
is
its
still gonna
own.
be in there. You don't have to take it out. You want to go over the inside and outside of your body cast and tape up all the edges of the seam, like where you cut, tape it together, and then you're done. In this video, we're just doing a torso. You have the option of doing a full body like I did for my first body cast. When you're doing a full body, your best option is to go with doing it in parts. So the parts that we chose to do, which worked really well, was doing the head and neck, then the torso, then the crotch area, and the limbs we did in 2 parts. The reason for this is that at your joints, it's actually really hard to get the scissors in when you're cutting off the cast, so it's a lot easier to tape every part back together to make a full body at the end. I'm going to show you the body cast that I did that I filled with blue lights and suspended. This is one of the many ways that you can alter and use the body cast to your advantage when you're creating or for whatever your purposes are. The piece is called Transcendental Motion. So that's how to make a body cast out of masking tape. I hope you got something out of this video. Thanks for watching.